Welcome to Desai Academy of class 9th. Second chapter is matter around us pure. Okay, in the previous video we discussed that what is matter and also what is a pure substance and mixture. We discussed in detail. For this all type of topics we can search in our playlist. You will got it. Okay, now the next topic will comes here, types of mixtures. Here the type of mixtures depending upon the nature of the components, that from a mixture we can have different types of mixture. Depending on the component present in them, we can classify the mixture as several kinds, but majorly we are having two types. One is homogeneous, another is what, heterogeneous. We can see or we can study by the doing some simple activity. Okay, let us divide the class into four groups. We can divide the class as how many groups? A, B, C and D. Four groups. Group A takes a beaker containing 50 ml of water and one spatula full of copper sulfate powder. Okay, group A is given as a group A is given water plus copper sulfate solution. Okay, copper sulfate chemical formula is CuSO4 and copper sulfate is in the form of powder, right? Is mixing with water. Copper sulfate is mixing with water. Which group? A group. Group B takes 50 ml of water and 2 spatula full of copper powder in a beaker. Second group, again they are taking 50 ml of water plus how many spoon? 2 spoons of water copper sulfate. First group taken same as 50 ml of water and only one spatula of copper sulfate, and spatula means here 1 spoon. And in the second group they taken again same 50 ml of water, but they are taken 2 spatula of copper sulfate. Okay, what is the chemical formula of copper sulfate? We can remember CuSO4 is the copper sulfate. And group C and group D can take different amounts of copper sulfate and potassium permanganate or a common salt. That group C and group D taking 3 solutions, either it is they are taking copper sulfate or another is potassium permanganate. KMnO4 is called as a potassium permanganate. Copper sulfate, another is a common salt. What is the formula of common salt? Okay, that is a NaCl. The group C and group D, they are taking 3 of them. One of them in that 3 they are taking one of them. One is a copper sulfate, it is a potassium permanganate, this is a NaCl. Sodium chloride, copper sulfate, potassium permanganate. The formula of potassium permanganate KMnO4, NaCl, sodium chloride, CuSO4, copper sulfate. Right, report the observations on uniformly in color and texture. Okay, after mixing with the water these solutions, so what they are having color and you have to find their texture. So group A and B have obtained a mixture which has a uniform composition throughout. Such mixtures are called as a homogeneous mixture. Group A and group B, so that contain water plus water. Group A and group B contain water plus copper sulfate, correct? What this A and B group obtained, the type of solution is called as a homogeneous. Okay, in our exam they will ask what is homogeneous mixture. Means we can write the mixture which has uniform compositions is called as a homogeneous mixture. What is the mixtures which has uniform composition throughout. Such mixture are called as a homogeneous mixture or a solutions. Very important definition for your 2 marks. They will ask what is the homogeneous mixture with example. So you can write the mixture which has uniform composition. Uniform means same, it is not changing. The mixture which has uniform compositions throughout, such mixtures are called as a homogeneous mixture or a solutions. Remember that. Example you can write the salt dissolved in water. So when in a big take for example, take a beaker, correct? Take a beaker, in that add water in it, water in it. When we are adding sugar in it, so after 2-3 minutes the sugar is completely dissolved in it. We cannot distinguish, or we cannot separate water molecules and sugar particles. They are completely mixed with each other. We cannot say that this is the sugar and this is the water, correct? So again, water plus salt, again we are added salt in the same water, again the salt also completely dissolved in it, completely dissolved in it. We cannot distinguish which is the sugar, which is the salt, or which is the water. This type of solutions are called as what? Homogeneous mixture. Means they will not distinguishable very easily with our naked eyes. Dissolved in water, compare the color of the solutions of the two groups. Through the both groups have obtained copper sulfate solution, but the intensity of color of the solutions is different. In the case, okay, so in the first group only, A group having a one spatula and B group having a 2 spatula of copper sulfate, right? So when mixing the copper sulfate in 50 ml of water, what is the intensity of the color in both test tubes? We have to observe. So this shows that homogeneous mixture can have variable compositions. The A having only one spatula and B having a two spatula, so means this composition is different and this composition is different. For how means of simple example, okay, we are making a tea, correct? So we are making all chai is a tea, right? We are adding 1 spoon of sugar, means it will becomes what sweet. Instead of 1 we are adding 2 spoon of sugar, means the tea becomes what more sweet, correct? So because of the composition is different, here only 1 spoon we are adding, but here in the case of second we are adding 2 spatula of spoon, means the homogeneous mixture have what different compositions, but they are having uniform composition, but their composition is different, means depending on the how much component are present in it, for 1 spoon or 2 spoons. Next, group C and D have obtained mixtures which contain physically distinct parts and have non-uniform compositions. Okay, in the first group we are added copper sulfate with water. In the group A and B we are adding copper sulfate with water. So they are not visible to our naked eyes. And also we are given some examples of what? Salt and sugar, correct? Salt and sugar with water, correct? In this solution we cannot distinguish where is the salt and where is the sugar in the water solution. We cannot separate, they are not visible in the water because they are completely dissolved in the water, correct? So the some type of solution is there, they can easily distinguishable and also we can easily separate, that are called as a heterogeneous mixture. The group C and group D have obtained mixtures which contain physically distinct part. Distinct means we can easily differentiate. How non-uniform compositions, okay, that called as what? Non-uniform composition, means the mixture which has a non-uniform composition is called as a heterogeneous mixture. What is heterogeneous mixture? The mixture which has a non-uniform composition is called as a heterogeneous mixture. Okay, remember that. What is a homogeneous mixture? The mixture which has a uniform composition are called as a homogeneous. What is a heterogeneous? The mixture which has a non-uniform composition are called as a heterogeneous mixture. And which type of example you have to give for heterogeneous mixture means sodium chloride and iron fillings. When we are add sodium chloride NaCl plus iron means the symbol of iron is what? Fe. When we are added means we can easily separate the NaCl and iron. Salt and sulfur, again salt and sulfur, the sulfur symbol is what? S. And oil and water, best example is oil and water. When we are add oil and water, we easily visible oil is above the water, so we can easily separate. This is also type of water heterogeneous mixture. And examples, again we can sand in sand plus wheat. Okay, in that sand we can easily remove from the wheat. Again in place of sand we can soil. Okay, these are all heterogeneous mixture, means the substance which are easily distinguishable as well as we can separate very easily. So these are called as a heterogeneous mixture. How many types of mixture are there? There are two types of mixture. One is homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Okay, thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel and share with your friends.